Him on already. Hold on. Let's get him off of there. Ya my uda. Neamu teda. What's up, family? Peace to the kings and queens. And yeah, I'm here. It wasn't easy, but we made it happen. I see y'all was in here bright and early and sharp. California is in the building. The wonderful Miss Nikki Keys, the angel in disguise. We thank you, Queen, for your blessing and your services. And today is gonna be interesting. Miss Franklin is in the building. Peace, Queen Zola. The Goddess Ra. We rocking today, and y'all beat me here. That's beautiful. Today is gonna be heavy. Today is going to be heavy. And I cash app you $10 if you can guess that building in the background of the flyer. If anybody can guess what building that is in the background of the flyer, I cash app you $10. I'm gonna leave it up there periodically throughout the night. And if anybody can guess that building in the background of this flyer, I'm cash apping you $10. Y'all got to the end of the show. Nope. Y'all got to the end of the show. One more time. Cash app $10 if you can guess what building that is in the background of the flyer. Anybody, you got to the end of the show. Bow. All right. So, yeah, it's very interesting. In the world of melanated man and woman in America. I had really this show came from a something Charleston White said. Now y'all know I be on the fence with Charleston White. I go back and forth with him, but sometimes he say something heavy shit. Sometimes see, I'm starting to see the angle he came from. This last show, he made it make a lot of sense. And it's got something to do with the new TikTok I'm dropping is gonna go real deep into this. He said something about having a character to play. Because you're not supposed to take the same person that's performing shouldn't be the same person that you take home to your family every night. So if you have a character that you are dealing with the world with, then you save the real you for your family. And so that's like the reverse of what we do. Because what we do is we get caught up in the character anyway, and then we can't differentiate the two. So he made a good point. It's something called method acting. And method acting is when you got a part so intense that it requires, like for instance, the Joker with Heath Ledger. What he did was because, and I never even looked at the Joker as being this intense, but this is just how serious these dudes take this. So, Joker is a psychotic. And so he didn't want to go for the typical giggly because that's been done before. So he had to bring us a Joker we never saw before. So what he did was he bought an apartment off to the side, and he completely isolated Debo done fucked the game up. Debo got that shit. Hey, put your cash out down there, Debo. Debo got that motherfucker. Debo got that bitch. Hey, which one? Which one is it, Debo? You still ain't in the clear yet. Which one? You got to pick one. You gave me two. You got to tell me which one. All right, so now, this, back to this method acting thing. So what's happening is, now you got to think about this. It's so many things in this world that we kind of just overlook. Now, Batman is one of the most significant roles that you can play. So now, this is all going to tie into what we're talking about tonight. Don't think I'm all on some other shit. So now, Batman is one of the biggest roles you can get. Now, so then the best supporting actor is going to be whoever the villain is for that Batman episode. Or that, you know what I'm saying? So now, you get a chance to play Joker. Now, Joker is the most infamous Batman character. And it's been done before, several times. So what can you bring new to the table? So he went more serious. And so he isolated himself in his apartment, and he literally started to become unhinged. He wasn't sleeping. He was going off about 2 hours of sleep a night because he wanted to create that splitting of the mind, borderline schizophrenia shit. You know what I'm saying? And keep in mind, ain't no telling what else he did that he ain't gonna tell us. You see what I'm saying? But now, so now this dude ain't sleeping, and he also had a diary. And and you can look at the diary. Dude, literally, when he left the set, he didn't stop being the Joker. So he would go to his apartment, still in his uniform and all that there, and he had a diary where he was mapping out his plan to take over Gotham. And he was mixing that with what he was going through every day. And it was little sketches and shit in the diary. This was some serious shit. Now, here's something that's crazy as hell. This is what kind of threw me. They got Jack Nicholas, whatever the fuck. He's walking out, paparazzi snapping pictures of him. They ask him, how do you feel about Heath Ledger? He said, who is that? And they broke it down to him. You know, he just died. He's the guy that just played the new Batman. And Jack Nicholson said, I warned him not to play that role, but then he smiled. I don't see, somebody just told you that somebody died. And it wasn't like a ha-ha smile. It was just like a grin, like a devilish grin, like I warned him not to play that role. And then he smiled into the camera with his little cigarette. And so now I looked a little bit deeper into this and found out that almost everybody who's ever played the Joker has damn near lost their mind. Why is that? So now I'm finna bring it full circle. It's called method acting. Now here's what's happening. The actor has to become something that he or she really isn't. So in order to really become that, he or she has to completely engulf themselves into that scenario and those people. So let me give you an example. Let's take Donnie Brasco. This is a guy who infiltrates the mob as an undercover. And he gets so far in that he doesn't want to be a cop anymore. He actually because see, he starts now. The real story is a guy named Falcone. Now y'all can look this up. Falcone is who the Donnie Brasco story is about. Now he infiltrated so far in, he started moving up the ranks, and he got so fucking high up there, he got up to like second and third in command. It's like, so wait a minute. I got starlets from all over the planet, yachts, mansions all over the place, and I'm gonna go back to $22 an hour salary with no power? And so now, but it's deeper than that. What's happening is you actually become, because environment shapes nature. So your environment begins to shape you. Now, why does any of this matter? Because when you look at today's society, now take this method acting and replace it with rappers. Prime example. They got an argument, a standing argument about who's the greatest rapper of all time. Is it Biggie or is it Pac? Now, coincidentally, we would more specifically, we would be talking about gangster rap. Why are we trying to decipher if Biggie or Pac is the king of gangster rap when neither one of them were gangsters? Biggie told you stories about him being Frank White, the king of New York. When you see the fancy suits and the canes and the way New York was rocking with him, you might have fell for it if it wasn't for, well, me personally. It was this, for me, it was a story about the shootout with the Jamaicans. I just couldn't see his fat ass doing none of that shit he was saying in the song. So I said, wait a minute, he's lying. And I had people was just rocking to it like, don't y'all know he's lying? Biggie fat ass ain't ran nowhere, not even to breakfast. And then I come to find out more so now, he damn near couldn't walk when they killed him. When Biggie got shot, he damn near wasn't even walking anymore. Biggie had to get help from A to B and shit. His legs were so fucked up, he was all overweight and all kind of shit. But he was telling you, niggas bleed just like us. Picture me being scared. And y'all heard that powerful voice, and you was in there. You was in the halls with him, bobbing with the Jamaicans, and Biggie was, and you was, and no, it never happened. Well, let's take Mr. Tupac, Mr. Thug Life. I know I'm treading on sacred ground, and I could get lynched for this next statement, but I'm definitely gonna say it. So, since when y'all start letting people wait till they grown men and famous to become gangsters and y'all don't talk down on them? Because y'all say that ain't right. Y'all say that ain't real. That ain't no real nigga. He waited till he got on. Well, Pop waited till he joined Death Row to get jumped in by the Bloods. Ah. MOB did not mean money over bitches. He lied. He tricked us. MOB stood for Mob of Bloods. Pac was a blood. And so, but back to the point. See, we're talking about method acting. And Pac went to the art school and he's an actor. So he knows what method acting is. It's acting terminology. This ain't no deep ass word I just found. This is a word that anyone who's studying acting knows what a method actor is. So therefore, when you see, that's why I ain't gonna tell y'all too much. Join Patreon. Life of an Outlaw will be uploaded Thursday. It's 2 hours and 15 minutes, and I'm going in. We're going to find out exactly who Mr. Tupac Shakur is. Exactly. And y'all ain't going to like it. Either or, back to method acting. Because what happens is this right here. We heard Lil Wayne went to college. We heard T.I. went to college. Ludacris went to college. 2 Chainz went to college. Wait a minute. It's a lot of college kids turned gangster. So, what do most rappers do? Soon as their careers start to blow, what do most rappers do? They go straight to acting. Why? Because it's the same fucking field of work. You're doing the same thing, you just get a bigger check. They're acting. And this is what has fucked up everything. So now, people get stuck in character. Now, let's get back to Charleston White, because here's where he made a point that really stuck with me. Because it's a two-way street. On one end, you say, that if a guy rap about the streets, and I used to say this all the time, I'm the king of this. I am so fucking guilty, I'm embarrassed. If a guy rapping about the streets and we don't think he did that shit he talking about, we don't want to hear it. I'm gonna say this again. If somebody rapping about the streets and we don't think they did the shit they rapping about, we don't want to hear it. We call that shit fake. We call that shit studio gangster. 50 Cent got famous off the term wankster. You say you a killer, but you never pop nothing or some shit like that. So, wait a minute. What does this do? What does this do? Because if the guy from college who grew up in the hood, wouldn't he be the most qualified to tell the story? Because real gangsters don't got time to rap. Well, they do now, but they didn't used to. So wouldn't a guy who was actually from the hood, but just stayed on the straight and narrow, he used to write poetry, and now he bombed with the lyrics, wouldn't he be more suitable to tell the story? Well, that's what they was doing. And then here we go, we said, you gotta be a real nigga. If you gonna rap to me, you gotta be a real nigga. So if you talking about guns, you better be using them. If you talking about bodies, you better have some. If you talking about all of these illicit women, you better be with them. This is what the fans, the consumers said. So what does that do to these guys who just got on and they're not really doing anything other than changing their future for telling a story? But then every year, the pressure from the fans says, if you ain't real, we ain't fucking with you. So that means we keep saying the industry created this monster. But the fans have to take some accountability because we are the ones that make them feel inadequate if they ain't really selling drugs. So it's not okay to go to college, be a fucking a literature major that was always good with words. You do a pep rally, find out you fire, so you pursue rapping. So it's not okay to do that. Because then we gonna say, you ain't really from the streets. But here's the catch. Here's the catch. There's a middle space in here. There's this space that says, why does everybody feel they gotta talk about gangster shit in order to be heard? So people come right in immediately. They do two things. They do three things. They put on a dress. They do some satanic shit. Hold on. We y'all cooking in the comment section. I be over here. Peace to everybody. Let's get it though. So now let's think about this. They say pressure bust pipes. They also make diamonds too though. So now the pressure from the consumer says, we don't want you if you ain't really a gangster. Now look how that's backfired. Because we spent the entire 90s telling our women, stop trying to lock us down. We street niggas. We don't want no, we just want some bitches and hoes. Stop trying to get all serious on me. Just play your role. We spent the whole 90s with that. And now look at us. Everybody getting their Kevin Samuels on. These modern day women ain't right. Everybody bitching about the women. We did it. We did it. How long can you take women who want to be your woman and say, you're going to be my bitch or my hoe for a couple of decades? And then part of the game was getting them used to calling themselves a bitch and a hoe so it don't sting when you say it. So it was dope soon as they start saying, you start saying, yeah, what up, bitch? And she starts saying, hey, daddy, mission accomplished. And now that can't be my wife. That's my bitch. And now I can move how I need to move, and she stays where she at. Okay. You birthed Nicki Minaj, Sexy Red, what's Shaquana Nahana, Suki Hana, all you birthed them. Because environment shapes nature. Now, you got this which one I want to do first? I'm going to say the teacher. Well, no, let's deal with the teacher first because the other one going to take me a minute. So now, Musical warfare. So it's deeper than that. Well, no, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna dismiss what you're saying because you cooking. So let's do this. Let's just take the word musical off of there. And we just gonna say warfare. This is war. And so I'm glad you said that. That was a beautiful statement, God. So let's walk with that for a minute. It ain't just musical warfare, it's warfare. And so everything in war. Remember your mama, your auntie, your uncle number used to tell you, if you're in a fight with somebody bigger than you, pick up anything you can and knock the hell out of them. Remember that? Okay, well, this is war. So pick up anything you can and knock the hell out of them. We bigger than them. Remember, if you're in a fight with somebody bigger than you, pick up anything you can and knock the hell out of them. We, by nature, are bigger than them. So they take everything they can and knock the hell out of us. If y'all can get the metaphor, the object in warfare, true warfare, is weaponizing everything. Because if I can weaponize everything, some of those things you won't even realize are weapons. So like when we talk about the music, like we've already said, you got it starts with something as simple as the beat. 34 megahertz is what music should be on. That's what it used to be on, and that's called the God frequency. Now music is on 44 megahertz. And rap and hip hop is with the 808 drum. And y'all know I always tell y'all that number 8 is synonymous with dead energy. So anytime you see the 8 or the infinity symbol, that's dead energy. See, they trick you. They say infinity goes on forever. It does, but it doesn't go anywhere. That's the trick. That's the trick. Infinity does go on forever, but it doesn't go anywhere. It's the figure 8. That doesn't go anywhere. It never leaves the figure 8. That's the problem. So I've been showing y'all all year, and I'm batting like 1,000 with that number 8 shit. So now what you looking at is I'm finna show y'all right now. There's a over influx. Well, we'll talk. Let's watch this and then we'll deal with it. Let's watch this first. I don't want to. I get to going. I get away here.
This is the most insane agenda push I have ever seen in my life. We do freeze dance. You guys' daughters are twerking at 5. 5. Where's the parenting? Horrifying. It is horrifying. Your 5-year-old daughters are asking to listen to Pound Town.
Now, the first thing we're gonna do is naturally and instinctively we're gonna say the parents is bogus. The parents ain't got no business letting the kids listen to it, blah, blah, blah. And anybody who says that, I would agree with. But for me, y'all know me, I always go a little bit deeper. So let's deal with this. Okay, so the kids is on the table dancing to Pound Town. and mimicking the moves, right? We know it ain't a household in America, especially not a black one, that don't got cartoons on for kids every day. Woo, 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 woo. Listen to what I'm saying. I have never been into a black household that had children that age that didn't get to watch cartoons most of the time while they at home. So here's my thing. Most cartoons for children that age come with singing. And not to mention, this is the era of Gracie's Corner, and every black household got, especially they little girls, listening to Gracie. So now here's what I need y'all to explain to me. Why was Pound Town more interesting than Gracie's Corner? Because we know they know it. And we know they've been watching cartoons the same day they was listening to Pound Town. And I'm going to go on a limb and say I'm willing to bet money they listen to cartoons way more than they listen to Pound Town. So what's in that song that has 5-year-old little girls remembering it over nursery rhymes? That's what you need to be worried about. What's in grown hip hop artists' music that resonates more with 5-year-old children than Gracie's Corner? That's the real problem. That's the real problem. Like I put that thing earlier. I said, I love that statement from the Matrix, where he walks into the room and the little boy is bending the spoon. And then once he done, he hold it up to him and he said, "Now you try." And he said, "It's not about trying to bend the spoon. That would be impossible. Only you got to realize the truth that there is no spoon." Now that to me is some deep ass shit. And I get it. But then I had a thought that took me just a little bit deeper. Okay, if he says what you must do is realize the truth, and the truth is that there is no spoon. But here's the issue. If there is no spoon, then why do I think there is one? I don't know if y'all can see where I'm going with this. But the little boy said, realize the truth. He said, what's that? He said, the truth is that there is no spoon. Now, I get that in its entirety. But going a step further, if the reality is that there actually is no spoon, then how come you and I both are looking at a spoon and we both have held it? So now let's just place that right there for a second. And if you go up to Torus equation will explain, you got to tell me what you mean by that. So now here's here's something right here. If you go up to a random person, most people, and but I want to specifically say black people. If you go up to the average black person randomly and ask them, do they believe in the Matrix? Now people using it in all the conscious people using it in their terminology. Yeah, just trying to navigate the Matrix, brother. Yeah, you know this. Mathematic from KG. Okay. Um. So if you go up to the average person and say, you know, do you believe in the Matrix? Yeah. Just the Matrix, brother. Yeah, we caught up in the Matrix. Most people agree to that. But it's one of those things where it's cool to say because it's the popular thought that most people agree on. But what does that really mean? Here's where shit get real deep. What does that really mean if you agree and say, yeah, I believe in the Matrix. I believe this is the Matrix we live in? I want to see if anybody got a thought on that before I say something. What does it mean? Do you agree that we live in the Matrix? And if so, what does that really mean? Because if you say you agree that we living in the Matrix, well, according to the movie, which is where we all getting this from, according to the movie, the Matrix is an illusionary existence. The way the movie shows it to you, like there's two realities. There's this reality that we're in every day. Artificial, yes, everything is an illusion. Okay. Artificial technology is the Matrix to me. Okay. So y'all saying the same thing. Everything is an illusion and artificial technology. Okay. So now the thing is, who's artificial technology and who created the illusion? See, once you agree to the fact that this is the Matrix, you're literally saying you believe our planet was stolen. You can't mean anything else. Someone created a false surface existence. Who is that someone and for what purpose? Do you see? We've been dumbed down to the lowest version of ourselves. Okay. But think about what you all are suggesting. Let's just think about this for a second. See, we got to really think about this for a second before we commit to this. And I'm not saying I agree or disagree, but before we commit to this, we got to really think about what we're saying. Artificial technology and everything is an illusion. And you said we've been dumbed down to the lowest version of ourselves. Okay. y'all do realize we're talking about a planet, right? How do you create what type of artificial technology creates an illusionary existence that you and we can only talk about this shit and make it sound fly. We can't prove it. Hold on. We can't prove any of the shit we saying right now. If I was to get on board with both of y'all, wholeheartedly jump in, I agree. There's no way in hell we can prove that this currently is an illusionary existence. We can't prove that. And once again, I'm not saying I disagree. I'm trying to get us to understand the magnitude of the things that we agree to without really realizing it. Because if you two are right, that means that you wake up and go to sleep every day getting all about with your normal life, but in your heart, you believe that our entire existence is a fake illusion. So how do you, what does that even, what does that even mean? How do you create a fake reality so that, like, who has those capabilities? How does something like that happen? See, we got to understand what we're saying. And once again, I'm not saying whether I agree or disagree, but we need to understand the magnitude of our thoughts. If we're agreeing that we are stuck in something called the Matrix, then that means something has literally created an illusion so vast that everybody and everything is playing a role in it unknowingly. Do you understand the level of technology that's required to do such a thing? You're literally suggesting that we are someone else's television program. I'll say it again. You're literally suggesting that, or I'll go a step further, someone else's video game, not television program. You're literally suggesting that we are someone else's video game. So someone has technology so vast that they have been able to turn an entire planet and species into a video game. If you actually believe this, how do you not spend every fucking second of your existence fighting? Maybe we all have roles, the creator, the oracle. Your thoughts? I agree completely. I would go as far as to say most of us are not the person that you identify with every day. It's not even really who you are. The person you wake up to every day is a missionary. You couldn't be anything other. You couldn't be anything else, or you wouldn't be attracted to listening to me talk. So if you listen to this on a regular, you are either a missionary or a future teacher. But most of us came here voluntarily. This is a war. Most of us volunteered to come here more than once. Most of us, this is not your first time here. A lot of us, this ain't your second or third. You came here as a missionary. Remember, melanin is created in stardust. Why is stardust walking the planet? Well, stardust happens to be walking the same planet that the stars are overseeing, which means you volunteered. You're a soldier of war, so volunteer can mean it's just, like most soldiers don't refuse their mission. So you get the gist of it. But think Avatar. One of the realest movies we ever seen. How they get into the Avatar, go to sleep, and wake up tall, blue, with locks. Yeah. So for those of us who go to sleep at night and rarely ever remember what happened, you got out your Avatar. There's much to be done. Galaxies, planets, universes. There's lots of work to do. But now, let's get back to this, because there's another aspect of this. There's something emotionally detached. See, like, let's say as a parent was sitting around. Y'all remember we sitting around watching a movie, and your parents know that one part finna come with a nipple about to pop out. And or they start making out a little too hard. What your mom and them say? Close your damn eyes. When we was young, now they don't say shit. But back in the day when we was young, if the movie got a little too hot and heavy, your parents would tell you, close your eyes. You sit there, close your eyes for a minute till they done making out. If it was a little bit too graphic, your parents would stop the VCR, like, they can't watch this one. Put that other movie in. Now, they might not be doing nothing. Y'all know a sex scene in a movie back then wasn't nothing. And we still couldn't watch them. So now, my point is, there's a parental protection thing that's always in place unconsciously. So if I'm watching TV with my children and there's nudity, both of us instantly gonna feel uncomfortable. The child gonna feel uncomfortable because they don't mind watching it, but it's kind of embarrassing in front of their parents. The parent gonna feel uncomfortable because, like, the last thing you want to do is see something sexual while your kids is around. So instinctively, something's gonna be said. So now, my point is, what's taking place up here where Sexy Red is playing around my children and it doesn't bother me? I'm gonna tell you one of the most awkward moments I ever had. My daughter was probably like 12 at the time. And that Weekend song came on. With when he first came out with Weekend and Wiz Khalifa. Y'all know what song. That song was hot, man. And it was real sexually charged. I used to like that song. And especially when it get to the nasty part, because it's always been like, to me, I'm somebody who watched R&B transition with Jodeci when it started getting raunchy. So I always thought it was like honestly, from an artistic standpoint and from a musician standpoint, how Jodeci was able to kind of mix that hip hop feel with R&B by being a little more ghetto, more raunchy, saying a little bit more cuss words. And so now this generation has picked up on that and just ran with it. So either way it go, when Weekend is getting to his little nasty part and he hit that high note like Prince be doing, I always think it's dope when people hit that high note. So that's like one of my favorite parts of the song. But for the first time ever, we just riding and it come on the radio. And now my daughter's in the car and I'm so fucking uncomfortable. It's ridiculous. I tell my wife, turn it off. And she started laughing at me and shit. And she like, it's not like she ain't heard it before. I don't care. She can't hear it with me. It feels weird. So now that teacher said that all the little girls in class is extremely rude and aggressive, and they want to listen to Sexy Red. So that means we're not talking about an isolated incident with one child. These are multiple children with different parents who probably never even spoke to each other. So how do three girls with three different parents arrive at school and all three of them want to hear Sexy Red, know to stand on top of the table and know the dance moves? That means we have multiple queens. See, I'm always getting to the under. This ain't necessarily about the fact that these little girls is twerking the Sexy Red. That's definitely an issue. And we could say the parents is this and the parents is that, but the real issue is we saying three girls on that table. Three girls, three mothers, three different households. How all three of them mothers didn't feel nothing when Sexy Red was playing around their daughter. I'm going to tell you how. And this is sad, and it hurts me every time I say this. But the biggest supporters and defenders of R. Kelly has always been women. It has disgusted me how many black women I've been around and will put R. Kelly on. Or R. Kelly is in their rotation. How can you, and I asked this question to a woman, watch this. I said, how can you have a daughter, how can you listen to R. Kelly knowing he pissed on little kids and he took advantage of little girls and you have a daughter? She looked right at me and said, you know them little bitches probably wanted it. This is somebody who's in the community, a positive person, and flat out said, you know them little bitches probably wanted it, and laughed and was dead serious. And then I said, but he pissed on little kids. And she like, shit, man, that's motherfucking R. Kelly. I'm like, so you'll let somebody piss on you? She got to giving me scenarios on how in certain situations it could be okay. See, that's what I'm saying. Something is happening up here. And we're looking at all these different isolated incidents, and we're not savvy enough to know that one thing has happened up here. And it's all over the place, but it's up here. Now, I don't know if y'all know who Hassan Campbell is. The pineal gland is destroyed. I'm rocking with that, God. Now we just got to figure out who destroyed it and how they did it. But watch this, though. So I don't know if y'all familiar with Hassan Campbell. Now, if not, I'm going to give y'all a quick backstory. And where everybody else in the chat? Ain't nobody rocking with me but Brother Wilson, which is all love. But where y'all at in the chat, man? Let's get this thing rocking. We cooking tonight. I need to know who in the building with me. Who in the building with me? Put hey man, everybody drop a Yahoo in the chat for your boy one time. Drop a Yahoo in the chat one time. So now Hassan Campbell is a brother. He's a YouTuber. And this is gonna sound crazy, but it just shows you the society we're in. He's a YouTuber that got famous for getting molested. And he got molested by a hip-hop legend. Now, there's a okay, Queen. All right, so now this brother, it's a hip-hop legend named African Bambaataa. Now, what makes this tricky is he created something called the Zulu Nation within hip-hop. And what that is basically he was one of the first brothers that was really mixing hip-hop with community activism. And he had he was part of the Zulu Nation, and he had a lot of brothers behind him and supporting him, and the whole community was behind him. And so outwardly, he was getting the kids off the streets. He had all these programs for the youth. He kept the youth with him. And, you know, he really was using hip hop to build a community. And he became famous for that. And then it came out about 10 years ago. The floodgates came open, and all of these young boys came out and said he was molesting them. And it was graphic, and it was quite a few of them. And this particular brother, Hassan Campbell, because he was so willing to tell all the details, he became popular. And so what happens is method acting. Method acting is what happened. So for Hassan Campbell, he's somebody that understood exactly how to manipulate the internet. And also, he used reverse psychology because anytime a person is violated in a certain manner, excuse me, anytime a person is violated in a certain manner, they're going to do something called overcompensation. Meaning, if uh, if someone is raped, then they will start downplaying their sexuality because it's like now their sexuality has become a hindrance. Uh, if someone is, hold on for a second. So, like, since he's a man who has to come out and admit that he was sexually violated, okay, so what makes a man do that? Now, let's just keep it a buck. In this day and age, if you come out as a man, as a grown man, and admit someone sexually violated you, it's only for two reasons. And this is my opinion. One reason would have to be, I feel like I see a clear-cut path to something being done about it. Like something has to happen where I look and see, okay, if I come out with this, it's going to create this, and this, and this person is going to get caught. The only other reason why a grown man comes out later on in life is for some money. These are my opinions. Because, and here's why I'm going to tell you this. Now, women are emotional. And when you're sexually violated, it's a completely different process in the aspect of how you intake energy. Men expel energy, women intake energy. So a sexual experience from you is all about the intake of energy. So if you're violated and you are forced to intake energy, it fucks with your physiology a lot worse than ours. So men stuff things. So a man, unless he gets messed up mentally, but if he gets to the point where he's able to get past that and live a normal life, he ain't bringing that shit back up for what? I got past it and I'm normal. The last thing I want is for people to know in this today's society that another man raped me repeatedly. And so now a lot of people start to question Hassan because the way he tells the story is when you think about someone molesting a child, you don't typically think about a situation where the child has freedom to come and go as they please and they choose to come back every day, but saying they've been taken advantage of, but they're choosing to come back every day. So okay, that's what it is, God. So a lot of people was starting to give Hassan a hard time, saying they ain't sure if they believe it because why you keep going back every day? And so it turns into this thing where this happened for years. And so now Hassan Campbell, he's starting to get popular, but you got that whole side of people who saying something ain't right, bro. You was going back for this nobody was forcing you to come over there. So how you gonna say he forced himself on you when you literally was coming over there looking for him every day? It's starting to sound like you wanted it. So now you can watch Hassan Campbell's character completely change in a couple of years. You could tell he started hitting the gym and he got swole. And now he is super gangster. He got all his pieces on. He got the pinky ring, the big diamonds, and he got the strap with him. And he always talking about rocking somebody's snot box. And he just the gangsters, super gangster, just the goonest ever. He got little clips where he on the block, and it is just everything is just I'm the block. I'm super thugging out. Now I'll tell you this: the character that he plays with this super gangster is a little overbearing. However, I find myself from time to time, I'll rock with him because he don't mind exposing rappers. So I give him that much. So every once in a while, I check him out. So now we get to what brings us here today. So now he is known for going on tirades and calling people out to fight. And he ain't scary. I give him that. It's a couple people, him and Wack 100 got into it, and he don't back down from nobody. I give him that. And he's super, I do this, he one of them guys. So now, y'all know, I got to toot my own horn, because y'all, a lot of times, y'all don't tell me. No, I'm just playing. Y'all be showing me love. I'm just playing. But remember, I told everybody, and I feel like I'm the first one on the internet to say it, because I ain't hear nobody else say it before I said it. I've been telling y'all for the last 6 months, they're coming for Puffy. When have you ever seen, the last time we seen somebody take this many shots was Will Smith. Every month, somebody mad at Puffy about something, and it's been like that for the last 6 months. And so now, we had the Tupac thing, and that seemed like that's kind of fizzling out. And now, out the blue, comes the Kim Porter thing is coming back. I can't say out the blue, because it's like every 3 to 6 months, Kim Porter is just like lurking in his past. And so now, I see Kim Porter pop up one day, and then like 2-3 days after the Kim Porter thing, Cassie suing. And then as soon as they announce Cassie suing, boom, he pay her and it's going away. And so now, Hassan Campbell is pissed off that for all of these years, he been telling his story and nobody gave a fuck. But Cassie get whatever, she got a lot of money, like 50 million. I think it was 30 million or something like that. There's just 30 million she got cashed out. Like she complained on Tuesday, she had 30 million on Thursday type shit. And so he goes to the hood and he go on this whole tirade, and I'll let y'all see what happens. And then we'll reconvene. Just think, method acting. This should be titled, What Happens When Method Acting Goes Wrong?
I'm in the hood. Y'all know where to find me. 1455 Bronx River, Harvard Ave. I ain't ducking nothing. What are y'all telling me? I don't want to be in the industry. I don't like the industry.
And hold on for a second. Before we start there, I just want to say, it's amazing how we have this fascination with the ghetto. And no matter how well off we become, we literally invent reasons to go back. So you mad about Cassie and P. Diddy. So you went to the hood and started screaming outside. And we love to say this phrase right here. Yeah, I'm in the hood, or yeah, I'm over on the block. We love it. We feel so accomplished when we can tell anybody we talking to, yeah, I'm over on the block. Or yeah, I'm in the hood. That shit just make our day. We feel so gangster, it's ridiculous. And the people on the phone talking to us be like, for real? You on the block? For real? Why? The elevators are pissy. And it's trash everywhere. Why are we so excited about this place? And we even rap about the pissy hallways. We proud of that. We rap about, I grew up where it was the pissy hallways and pissy elevators. We proud of that. But let's watch your boy.
I totally disrespects the industry. I'm in the hood. Nobody likes me in my hood. I robbed these niggas. I extorted these niggas. I put these niggas on a curfew. Y'all already seen. I'm in the hood where it is what it is. It is what it is. Ain't nobody gonna make me go nowhere. I asked for street justice. Couldn't even get that. I swear to God, y'all niggas better not say nothing to me. Word to my mother. Word to my mother. Word to my mother. Bronx River, everybody. I'm talking to all of y'all. Word to my mother. I will kill everybody out this mother with my mother knife. I won't back down from nothing. The hood ain't gonna support me. All y'all care about Cassie? I'm not going nowhere. Come outside. Don't throw a bottle. Come outside. Throw a bottle while I'm outside. Throw a bottle while I'm outside. I'm not running nowhere. Come outside, you scream out your apartment. I stabbed your mother to death. Don't throw a bottle and hide. Come on.
You just told somebody you have no clue who they are. They have the advantage because they can see you and you can't get to them. And you just told them, come outside, I'll stab your mother to death. And what is this? Why are we so upset again? Because P. Diddy raped Cassidy and paid her. We so soft as men. Look how soft we are. I'd rather it happen to me than any woman. So you mad because a woman getting justice and you didn't, nigga? That's a woman. What happened to men being men and caring about the women? You're mad because a woman is getting justice for getting raped by her boyfriend. According to the reports, he was setting her out to his friends and letting them gang rape her. And she got cashed out for that. Meanwhile, nigga, you was going over there every day. Talking about he used to keep a jar of Vaseline on it, and you knew what that Vaseline was for. Got to the point where the sight of Vaseline used to make him throw up. So you was going over there every day to get your little butt cheeks greased up. It ain't funny, y'all, but he was going on his own, knowing that as soon as he get there, this big hairy ass man gonna put Vaseline on his booty and do him in. Why you? Oh my God. I know this is horrible, y'all, and y'all probably call me all kind of insensitive bastards, but fuck this dude, man. You're mad because a woman getting justice for rape. You a whole grown ass man went over there to get your booty Vaseline. Oh, you literally was going to this man's house, and according to you, he. Oh my God! I didn't know my wife was watching. I'm sorry, baby. According to you, He had a jar of Vaseline that used to stay on the dresser. And every time you walk in there, you see the Vaseline, and it used to make you sick. But you was going over there every day. So this is what I need to know. Oh my God. Oh my God. See, you shouldn't have never did this, because now you open doors that shouldn't be open. Because now I got questions. Y'all, hey, listen. Y'all gotta promise me y'all won't think nothing different of me once I ask this question, but I simply have to know. And I'm sorry in advance, but I literally have to know. So here's my question. Okay. Oh my God. Woo. Okay. Take deep breaths is what they say you're supposed to do. Count backwards or some shit. Okay, so listen. If you going over to this man's house and every day he greases your booty up with Vaseline and do you in, and you what specifically do you think about on the way there? Seeing as how you're volunteering to go. Because if you're being forced to go, I know what the thought process is. If you're being manipulated to go, I can kind of guess what the thought process is. But if you're volunteering, I don't know. Am I wrong for wondering that? I probably am. Mental health is a motherfucker. The pineal gland can be restored. The lack of real lyrics is fucking people up. Okay. Thank you for getting me back on the right track, Queen. Focus. All right. So now listen. You know what? I'm not helping this situation at all, I'm sure. So we're just gonna watch her sign. And I'm gonna, like my wife said.
Nigga, I'm out here. I'm out here. I'm out here. And if y'all keep on playing with me, I'll flood this building with 1,000 niggas. Stop playing with me. 1455 is I'll beat your mother up.
Why you keep telling people mother?
Outside, nigga. Don't do it from the window. Come outside. I see. Who that?
Take the second exit on Westchester Avenue.
I need to get to the hospital quick.
At the roundabout, take the second exit on Westchester Avenue. In a quarter of a mile. Turn left on
Leave it.
Hold on. Go right. I want y'all to hear this part again.
I swear to God, y'all niggas better not say nothing to me. Word to my mother. Word to my mother. Word to my mother. Bronx River, everybody. I'm talking to all of y'all. Word to my mother. I will kill everybody out this mother with my mother knife. I won't back down from nothing.
Wait. See, and that's my problem right there. I'm going to admit this to the whole world and to my wife. That's my problem. I probably put shit together that I shouldn't even be thinking about. And then it turns into other shit. Like, woo, this man is a lot to deal with. So, did he just say, or matter of fact, when he said, I put these niggas on house arrest, I robbed these niggas, I stuck these niggas up, I'm guessing he want us to think that, you know, like he a real nigga and he had his hood scared of him. Okay, fine. I'll bite. But I do have a question. What kind of hood are you from where you could whoop everybody with a pocket knife? Because he said, I will kill everybody with my knife. And wait till y'all see this knife. That motherfucker is about 7.5 inches long. So let's just, I'll just make sure it ain't me. Watch this.
Everybody out this mother with my mother knife. I won't back down from nothing. The hood ain't gonna support me. All y'all care about Cassie?
Y'all heard it one more time.
The hood ain't gonna support me.
One more
To
time.
my mother.
Word of my
I will kill everybody out this mother with my mother knife. I won't back down from nothing. The hood.
Okay, he gonna kill. Now y'all remember that. He gonna kill everybody out this motherfucker with his motherfucking knife. I don't know what hood this is where you could whip the whole hood with a pocket knife, but I'm not judging you because I'm not from your hood. But hold on.
Want to support me?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, y'all. Wait. Watch this.
Don't do it. I'm out here. And if y'all keep on playing with me, I'll flood this building with 1,000 niggas. Stop playing with me. 1455 is. I'll beat your mother up.
Hospital bed. So
Oh my God. Now I know y'all think I'm lousy as fuck, but I don't understand. I don't understand how you went to the projects with a pocket knife, went live, threatened everybody, and then 30 minutes later, your ass in a hospital gown. Oh my God, this shit. Ooh, listen. What we call it again? Method acting. You go so far in character, you get stuck and can't come out. Just think about this. Just think about this. Hey, got him right together. Hey, I'm gonna show y'all the rest of the video. It's hilarious. But look though, just think about this. Studio gangsters, that term, I don't even like that term anymore now that I think about it, but let's just go with it for a second. Fake gangsters know that they're not real gangsters. They trying to convince you. And in the midst of that, they gonna convince themselves. But they know in their heart, they not really. So in order to pull this off, you have to go so far in that you start on some CB4 shit. Just think about it. How come when you hear rappers got their chain took, how come you never hear it was a shootout and he got his chain took? You never hear so-and-so, they tried to take his chain and he started busting and it was, you don't never hear that. You just hear about, you just see, next thing you know, you hear was a concert last night, and then you wake up tonight, the next day, it be 6 niggas on YouTube with a mask dangling somebody's chain. You don't know. So you get caught up in that character. So now, watch how crazy this get. Because keep in mind, we got to see, I'm laughing, but this is really some heavy psychological shit that all of our people get caught up in. So now watch how this snowballs. You get taken advantage of by this motherfucking older person. But we have to understand that most pedophiles were victims of molestation. Say this again. Most pedophiles were victims of molestation. So that within itself is something you have to dissect and make that make sense. So you could violate somebody so far to the point where they could become a companion. Think about that. You could violate somebody so far sexually that they could become a willing companion. Because you break a moral code within. And so now all of that shit that they've been having to stuff their whole life, they can't really share it with nobody but either you or another weirdo. Because, and I take that back. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. They can only share it with you or somebody else that either has been taken advantage of or that they're taking advantage of. So that's why they end up becoming predators, because this relationship has thrown them off so much, it creates a self-hate cycle. Because I spent so many years dreading you for what you've done to me. But somewhere in the middle, I began to become okay with it. And once I begin to become okay with it, that means the only option I have is at some point, I'm going to have to do it to somebody else. So now peep this. You got a young man who, for whatever reason, and I think it was financial, decides to come out and tell his story. Now, we can never calculate how cold the world get. So it get to a space where you telling your story and you looking at the comment section and you looking at the other YouTubers and how they coming at you, and it's like, what if a reality gets exposed that maybe you didn't even realize? When people start asking you, well, if he was violating you, why were you willingly going over there every day? Now, when confronted with this, you're going to answer it however you answer it. But the one thing is, every night we got to be alone with ourselves, and then we have to actually answer the questions that we avoided all day. So that's got to be a mind fuck alone on my bed, and I have to ask myself something that I asked over the years, but I stuffed it. And now it's been brought to my attention again. Why did you keep going over there every day? Is there something wrong with me? Did I really like that? Is it something? Now you got that thing going on in you, but we don't got time to really nurture that because you're kind of popular now. So every day you wake up to, you got to get up and do this now because you started that. And now your popularity, they sending checks in. The comments ain't always the greatest, but you starting to get a couple checks now. So now, if I'm going to be in this space and I see how cutthroat this space is, I have to create this character. So I hit the weights and I become super gangster. Remember, the super gangster is always hiding something. The super tough, the super aggressive, the super angry is always masking these behaviors with something else. So this guy has created his own little Heath Ledger. He can't come out of this character. Just like a Tekashi 6ix9ine. You can't come out of these certain characters you create, you can't come out of. So now you done created this super tough guy gangster dude. You can't come out of that. And so now, y'all got to see this part though. Hold on.
Take the second exit on Westchester Avenue.
I need to get to the hospital quick.
At the roundabout, take the second exit on Westchester Avenue. In a quarter of a mile. Turn left on
Leave him.
Johnson
Come on, go,
Avenue.
go. I got you. Go straight. Go
I
straight.
need to get to the hospital.
I
I'm
got
shot,
you.
son.
I'm gonna get you the ambulance.
Red light camera reported ahead.
Ooh. Oh, wait.
Pull over. Let's just get your ambulance.
That bullet getting hot.
I know. That's why I said just pull over. Let me get your ambulance.
Y'all see me up in this hospital bed. So up. Right now they're about to take this bullet out. Had a miserable night sleeping in this hospital, boy. Bags looking crazy. Braids looking nasty. Face need to shape up. But I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Oh, man. My boy Mr. Checkmate was asleep there all night. So this is the bullet that got me right here. Piece of cake.
All right, shut up.
Notice how he's still trying to look gangster in his hospital gown. He's still just the bullet that got me right here. No big deal. Unlike that bullet, the bullet getting hot to the motherfucker, man. Like he down there got murked publicly and still can't come out of character. He down there he always be said, get your snot box rocked. He almost got his snot box rocked publicly, live, and he still can't come out of character. That's a prison, if you just think about it. Never being able to be yourself. That's prison. And it's self-induced prison. So now, this man got a wife and a child. It's a 40-year-old man behaving all thugged out and gangster with a wife and a child. Yeah, now he's certified. Now he done got hit. He got hit with a bullet. And oh my God, he finna be the and now he finna be the next Pac now. Oh my God. I'm the realest nigga. He was going crazy outside. But what happened to ain't nobody gonna touch me? I'm gonna kill everybody with my pocket knife. And then he get hit with a bullet. We just gonna skip the whole phrase where you said nobody bet not touch you. See, the era where we grew up from, he would never be able to make another video again. This era, now he can go and play victim and his numbers gonna go up because he got hit by a bullet. And that's why y'all gotta go on my Patreon, Misinformation Nation on Patreon, and y'all gotta sign up for Patreon and watch that Life of an Outlaw I'm dropping Thursday night. I'm gonna break Tupac down, something serious, something serious. These peoples, who mom shot them? These people is like they say, the whole world is a stage. Watch that movie Now You See Me, and they teach you in that movie, you never really see anything. You just think you do. And people know how to play on the power of insinuation. Because do you realize the way the mind work? If I have you conditioned that a certain thing is going to happen in a certain place at a certain time, I can feed you scenarios all day long, and that thing won't even happen. But all of these scenarios that say it did happen, and you'll wake up the next day thinking it actually did. The power of insinuation, the mind is a computer. It can be led, it can be manipulated. So when you have, like I said, it's no coincidence that almost every rapper wants to be an actor afterwards. We think it's just a natural progression. What if they was actors already? What if most of these rappers didn't come from where they told you? What if these rappers was chosen way before you ever seen them to be a rapper? What if Tupac's mother stole his name from her girlfriend in jail? Mental health, he hates himself. He talking to him own motherfucking self. He needs to grow the fuck up. Gonna threaten people's actual life. Yeah, and then look what happened to him. This is what the queen said. And yeah, and look what happened to him. And then now he's certified, he got his gangster card. Atlas said his mom shot him. I don't know who mom you talking about. So now if you you look at one more thing that I want to deal with before we get out of here. We're gonna go Clubhouse. I want to say something for Clubhouse. We be going so heavy lately. By the time I get to Clubhouse, we've been talking about everything. But I do want to say one more thing. This was funny to me. You got a guy like him. He tells us he from the ghetto. Right there where that building at, them the projects he from. Okay. You're a YouTuber. Being on YouTube has took you to a space where you got a nice vehicle, nice home, all this fancy jewelry. And according to you, you from the projects. Why does every rapper tell us their life was hard and it was fucked up and they're doing this to get out of the ghetto, and none of them ever leave? And if they leave, they buy a house somewhere else and still go back to the hood every day, eat fried chicken and throw the rappers out, still try to cheat on your wife by banging all the neighborhood chicks. You know how horrible the whole rap career is. You know they drinking blood and eating children. Yet the first chance you get a fake ass record label and go hire you some more gangster rappers to lie about their reality. Like, this is a thing, and we like it, and we know it's fucked up. That's a problem. That's a huge problem. You say the reason why you joined the gang or got in the streets or sold crack or whatever the fuck your hard story is, the reason why you did it, because it was fucked up. Your daddy wasn't there. Your mama was a drug addict. Your auntie and them used to, whatever the fuck. We all got that fucked up ass story we can't wait to tell so we can garner some sympathy from people. Okay. So whatever your story is, you ain't got to tell it to me twice. I believe you. What I don't understand is how come you get the better life that you say you never had, and then you stay in the bullshit, helping us make it worse. You got rappers now getting smart. Slim Thug bought his entire neighborhood. When was the last time you heard a Slim Thug album? Hell, when was the last time you heard a Slim Thug conversation? Fuck it, I'll throw you a bone. Before tonight, when was the last time you heard Slim Thug name? But he bought his entire neighborhood, black folk. And we got like one or two examples of that. But we got a whole country full of goofy ass Negroes and all kind of exotic jewelry, foreign cars, and women with fake butts, and they swear to God they're living their best life. But we got like 3 rappers that bought their neighborhood. Lil Boosie and Slim Thug and Jay Prince, the only ones I know. Why? Fat ass Rick Ross buy a mansion with horses and shit. Bitch, you from Miami where it's plenty homeless people. What the fuck you need a ranch with horses for? Tupac told us we got to keep our head up. I wonder, was he thinking like that when he was fucking all them girls from I Get Around? I wonder, did he care if they kept their head up? No, he probably wanted them to keep their head down. Excuse me, Queens, I couldn't resist. See, everybody's full of shit. And that's why God created assholes like me. I'm here to take the abuse from the world for saying all the shit that y'all wish I would shut the fuck up and not say. And trust me, most of the time, I wish I wouldn't say it because it always get me in trouble. But I can't not say it. So your favorite entertainer is a fucking baby botherer. And in your heart, somewhere you know it and you ignore it. You hear these rappers talk about drugs and murder. You pretend it's not an issue. Then you drink Hennessy and smoke blunts to it. And then as soon as your son murder his best friend, you want to get a fucking t-shirt and talk about R.I.P. Point out for Lil John John. Shut the fuck up. You created Lil John John. You should have died, bitch. How about that? How about some of you sorry ass parents hop your ass in the coffin instead of these children that you didn't raise? How about that? See, everybody want to pretend they don't see the exact same fucking thing I see every day. Y'all just want me to be the asshole to say it so that you could pass judgment and say, look at him, he radical, something's wrong with him. Bitch, you were thinking exactly what I was thinking. You're just scared to say it. Y'all know we created these children. And you men know we created these women. And you women know child support ain't right. So everybody lying. Every motherfucking body is lying. Why? Because it suits them. And so here we are. Now, this man woke up. Just think about what type of fucktard you have to be to be sitting around and go to bed mad than a motherfucker. Like, this some bullshit. Fuck that shit. I ain't letting this shit slide. So you wake up, and the very first, just imagine what type of fucktar you have to be to wake up next to your wife and your child, and the first thing on your mind is, man, they got that bitch 30 million. Fuck that. That nigga had Vaseline on the dresser. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. You were so distraught over a rape victim getting paid that you went outside the projects with a switchblade like you was John Travolta and started a fight and got shot, bro. And then you got back on, like, and where the fuck is Charlemagne and the donkey of the day where you need him? I don't know. I'm going to Clubhouse. I don't even know what to say anymore. It's cool to get shot now. 6ix9ine popularity went up after he got kidnapped. He antagonized people for a whole morning, telling them he took live footage. This shit should be called No Block. Ain't nobody out here. I thought y'all was gangster. Y'all got me out here. And then people found out that he wasn't even there. He lied. And they called up live and like, look, we out here now. He lying. He ain't out here. And when he got caught, he laughed and said, hell yeah. Y'all thought I was going out there. I ain't stupid. It's like, there's no integrity. There's no nothing anymore. It's just whatever. Whatever you can get away with, make the people believe, take the money, whatever. The lyrics barely even matter because the mind is gone. So you can't even garner too much interest in positive lyrics. So it's hard to have, there's no wave of positive content out anywhere right now. So unless you somebody who underground or you're a little bit older, there's really even no desire for positive hip hop. There's no lane for it. And the sad part about it is, even if there was a lane for it, it wouldn't change anything. J. Cole is supposed to be positive. He's one of them. Kendrick Lamar is supposed to be positive. He's one of them. Chance the Rapper, he's one of them. All the positive guys, they get them too. Because the rule says we got to infiltrate every lane. So if it's positive rap, some of the most satanic motherfuckers in the music industry is the Christian rappers. Think I'm lying? Get one of their projects and look at the symbolism. All the symbolism behind the Christian rappers be super satanic. I don't even know who that is, God. But I'm running my mouth and we over our time. I was going I'm gonna get into I'm gonna do that on Clubhouse because I had a whole nother bag about the rappers. We ain't even opened that up yet, so we're gonna deal with that on Clubhouse. But I got a 30-minute studio session, so I holla. No, just playing. Knowledge is the only real power. Information is the only real currency. We going to Misinformation Nation on Clubhouse. Go right now. My wife probably already got it open. I love y'all. I'm gone. Bro, you literally ruined everything. I don't got a clue. I can't decide for shit which one of them I like more. Because when I first, I'm gonna tell you the truth. When I first got, I'm glad I didn't either. Because when I first got in the car and heard the audio tune, I said, "Oh, I lied to him. He can scrap this bullshit. I don't like it." Right. And then, even told my wife I ain't like it. Right. So then on the way to work today, I'm like, "Look at this shit one more try." Yeah. So I feel like with the auto tune, we would have to do some playing with it. Yeah.